Thank you very much, Chair. Thank you, Ms. Kieko, for joining us again and providing us with your testimony. I had a few questions about Olympic participation. You participate in the Summer Olympics, and then we also have Olympians who participate in Winter Olympics in the biathlon. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah.
So of the athletes who attend, the first Olympics we went to was in 1908. How many participate in pistol shooting with you?
Since 1908, I
don't
have the number in front of me.
That's okay. That's okay. But how many go to the Olympics with you when you go?
So the last two Olympics, I was the only pistol shooter. Previous to that, in 2012, there was only one pistol shooter as well. I think that we've had a pistol shooter in the Olympics every Summer Olympics. I'm going to say since at least probably the early 80s, when they kind of split off men and women's events. They've definitely had women in every event, I think, since 1984. There was even a gold medal at the 1984 Olympics in women's pistol shooting. There's also been a long history of male pistol shooters as well. We have, since they changed the rules for how we qualify, there's been smaller shooting teams, I think, since 1996, based on how qualifications work. But prior to that, there was a significant shooting teams across the rifle, the pistol, and the shotgun disciplines that are available within the shooting sports. And I think I could be wrong, but we've been participating as Canada in shooting sports since the early 1900s for sure.
The numbers I got were 16 in pistol shooting and 84 with long guns. So we're not talking about a lot of people here, but there is an exemption for elite Olympic shooters like yourself, is there not?
Sure there is, but how do you become an elite pistol shooter without training? How do you become an elite pistol shooter? Do you just come off the street and say, you know what, I think I'm going to be an Olympic volleyball player today? It takes years of training. It takes years of work and effort to put into it. There's the rule of about 10,000 hours to become an expert in anything, and yet we're going to limit the people who are allowed to have an exemption to the people who are already champions, who are already winning, who are already Olympians. That means that you get rid of the entire sport. How do you prove that you want to become a professional or Olympian in something before you actually can prove that you are?
But what we're talking about is 16 people in the entire country, and right now it's just you. You're
talking about 16 people who become Olympians. Do you understand how many other people who are competing against them? There's a huge amount of people competing against them. We have teams. I have teammates that I train with all the time who have not made the Olympic level yet, but yet you're going to restrict their equipment to say that they can never achieve? That makes no sense. It's like telling soccer players that you want to be a soccer player, but you have to be an Olympic soccer player before you can actually have a ball. That's what you're saying.
It's not. I mean, gun ranges are still allowed to import, buy, and sell, import and buy pistols as well. But I think, at some point, we as a society need to decide which is more important. And with all I do commend you for representing your country, and I thank you for doing that. But we also need to look at, as a society, whether handguns are something that we want to see continue to proliferate in our country, and make the decision that you will still have the ability to use them, Ms. Kieko, but our government has determined that we would like to see a handgun freeze, and that is supported by the vast majority of Canadians from coast to coast to coast. So I think, anyway, I'll leave it there.